Okay, so hello, I am Dee Dee, the girl in a girl, a game, and a goal. And by the title, you can see that we're going to try to play this game called Black It Out. And our goal is to have fun. So I'm putting my keyboard to the side because the current state of the chat room is empty, which is cool. I'm still going to go through this game because what I'm trying to do is be able to have cross content with the things that I have written here. So if no one shows up, that's cool. I'm still going to play the game, so I am still going to do a teach. I don't think anybody's going to show up, and I'm going to go right into it this time, so there won't be that much yammering because I've been on doing some test runs, and basically the only one who showed up was my daughter. So the reason for the white box down here below me is because when we have chat people in the chat that are talking, and you watch people on Twitch, they're talking to the chat. We're not typing. So if you don't see the chat, you're going to feel disconnected watching my YouTube videos. So that is why the white box is there. And if anybody shows up, that is where their hellos will show up. So let's get to this game. Let's see. Let me just look. Yep. Still no viewers in the chat. There is one viewer, but I think there's bots all over Twitch that listen in to the things that are going on in people's streams. So that is fine. So I'm going to lower my background noise, which is music, but you know how that goes, right? All right. So how many times have I said so? Anyway, the game itself is very simple. It's very reminiscent of what's out there right now with all of the rolling rights and the flipping rights. And so this is a rolling right. So we have 3 die. I've put them using this type of sticker situation with the numbers and the colors on a black dice tray, because I feel like that would be easier to read. And of course we know that this is a 6 and not a 9. And we're going to need to have to be able to add the numbers up. Okay, so that's the first thing. We roll, but we're only going to select 2. We select the 2 that we want. I may select these 2. The chat could be selecting any other combination of just 2. What I plan to do is I plan to write the number down here in the tracker. This game is over 20 rolls, right? Or 20 rounds. So that's the vernacular that they use. I'm going to look for a thinner marker so that I could actually fit the numbers in here. Now, if you need a board, which as a streamer, I would, let me show you, YouTube people, I would throw in a player sheet link. So if you were live with me at YouTube, not YouTube, if you're from YouTube and want to play live, you would be able to be in the chat and click and get a board. The board that you would get would look like this. I've made it so that you can have 3 opportunities to play, the shapes, which I have visually there on the screen, and also the directions on how to play here. So you would get this board. You can do like this, laminate it, and you could play over and over again. You could play all 3 sheets and see which one you did better at the same time, or we can play multiple times and maybe you have space to have a comparison, a comparison, a comparison. So there is another thing with this game that has like if you play solo, then different achievements. I don't think we're going to play this game that much in one shot to reach any achievement, but it's there. So yeah, so how do we play? Okay, basically you have this grid, and let's count this out: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a 9 by 9 grid, very reminiscent of like the grids from Patchwork Doodle, if you're familiar with that game. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be drawing the polynomials that you see over here. I'm trying to do this virtually that you see on the screen. You have them also on your player boards over here. I could have worked on this, but it's very tiny. I like to watch the streamers' thought process, and I want to see what they're doing so that I can know if I'm besting them. So I'm giving you the opportunity to see if you can best me at this game, so that you can not follow everything that I do, but you see what I'm doing and what you're doing that's different, and what choices you make versus what I make. Because again, we roll 3 die, we pick 2. What do we do with that? We sum them up. And that sum then becomes the number that you have to draw. Which polynomial up here you would have to draw. So if you don't roll so hard. If you rolled, and let's say you got you can have a 4, you can have a 5, you can have a 7, right? And that's pretty much it, right? Those are the 3 combinations. So 4 and 1 is the 5. You would draw that little L. 3 and 1 is the 4. You would draw that 4 across. 4 and 3 is 7. You can draw that little cross bar, right? And over here, you're going to notice that on the directions that you're going to just draw them on your board, right? You're going to do 1 drawing per round. And then you are going to decide where you're going to put the first shape. And any other shape that comes additional, you're going to have to touch, right? It has to be connected to the one prior to it. Okay, so I'm looking at my directions here. Okay, might as well, because if you are looking at this game and you want to play, I'm going to give you the link in the YouTube link, you know, for the YouTubers. They'll be able to also play along with what I'm doing here. So they could pause right now and go get this sheet and be able to play. So I think I forgot one thing. Decide right. Yeah, so there's something here that I'm missing, and I just want to confirm. So basically, from the rules, the thing that I missed, right, which, you know, it happens, is the fact that you cannot, you have to draw next to your shape that you did. So I want to make sure if diagonals count. So that means that this is a little bit of a faux pas on my part. I'm gonna have to fix it, but you can still use it for now. And maybe by the time you see this video and you play, I've already updated it, which is a possibility. I don't like to have mistakes out there, but it happens. This isn't the way that it was given in the file. I did this myself so that I would have an opportunity to do more than one. Wow, the words just flashed from one game at a time. Now, because this is live, and if there were people in the chat and I had a brain fart like that, we keep it moving, call it, you know, oopsie. And I'm not going to be editing these out for YouTube. You're going to get the live and true. Because you know what? If you're thinking about coming to visit me over on Twitch, you're going to need to know my personality. So you're going to need to know, like, my shenanigans and my cuckoo-ness and all that good stuff that's makes me me. So it's just me, DD. Okay, almost in. So we're gonna be drawing the shape. So the one thing that I'm looking up, and I'm trying to multitask and like look at you guys and look at here and look over there, is that we do 20 rounds. If by any chance you cannot make a shape fit none of the combinations, I believe, you have to draw an X in the round tracker, but you draw nothing on the board itself. That makes sense. The reason being is that at the end of the game, the person who wins is the person with the least amount of empty spaces. So we're trying to black it all out. And if we don't black it out, then we're going to have all this open gaps, and that's where we're going to have our problems, right? Oh my god, I'm going into like the wrong place looking for this rule correction. Ugh, my head is everywhere. So we're going to do rolls. We're going to take 2 that we like. We're going to sum that up. And then we're going to roll the next one, right? And then again, 20 times. So almost there, guys. Almost there. I apologize profusely to not having proofread my own stuff. The shape is... The first shape can be placed anywhere, but it says thereafter has to be touching one of the previously placed shapes. Okay, so diagonally would not count. And one of the previously placed shapes does not mean that it has to be the last one that you placed. And so this totally needs to be revamped, and I apologize. And you can flip and rotate your shapes, which some of them it won't matter, like number 8 won't matter, 7 won't matter, 6 would matter, you know, things like that. So it's best that you count and then you make the configuration of the boxes off of that. That's my suggestion, right? If you can't place a shape, you must. If you can place a shape, you must. I think that's in here. And if you can't place a shape, right? And you must, like I said, put an X in the round, and then there would be no boxes filled in. And the more boxes open, the higher your score is. You actually want a low score. And basically that's it. We hit 20 and we're good to go. So I think, how many? 13 minutes. I think we need to start. So I'm going to roll, and we have these choices. We've got 6s and 9s. So I'm going to look. I'm looking up here. I'm looking at you. I'm looking over here because I have it in front of me for me to pick my shape. So 6 and 9. I think I'm going to use a 6. And I think that I'm going to build it the same way that it is shaped over here. Okay. And not that I want to black it out, so I'm going to do this. Black it out. Okay. And I'm going to put, you just want to check it off, but I'm going to put the number of the shape that I actually did. Now I think it would be cool if you had different color markers, which I do have different color markers, and just make sure that you don't have any white spaces left behind, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just pick a bunch of them and see how far I can rotate. You would have picked your 6 or your 9 by this point in time, and since I'm playing by myself, there's nobody in the chat, I'm going to roll. You can always pause your video so that you can play along. Okay. This is getting in my way over there. It's distracting me. Woo, a bunch of people just popped up out of nowhere. Well, they may or may not be playing. If they're going to play, there's your player sheet. And you would have to ask questions. So now we have these. So I can do a 5, I can do a 4, or I can do a 7. So I'm going to look, because I only have the 1. So I want to see what I can place, and it has to be touching this. Now diagonal would not be touching. It needs to be aside. It needs to be like orthogonally. We love that word. So the 5, okay, could go here, could go there. The 5, the 7, or the 4. Oh, I like the 4. I want to fill this up. I'm gonna do the 4. Okay, so the 4 is 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the 4. Do the 4. I'm gonna do the 4. Okay. So 4. And I'm gonna put 4 here. And we're off to the races. So if you're playing, you could pause, but I'm gonna keep playing by myself. I'm not gonna keep repeating the same thing about that. Ooh, ooh. I got 10 or 10. So I gotta do a 10, which I'm not mad at. So I can do the 10. That's not a problem. Let's do the 10 in brown. And I'm going to turn the 10 on its side. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need 2 above that. So here's my 10, right? Again, trying to avoid leaving spaces. But I'm able to draw it wherever I would like to draw it. Okay. And I'm going to put a 10 there because that's the number that I used. And I'm going to pick this up and we're going to roll again. And we got a 2 or a 5. So we got a 2 or a 5. I think I'm going to take the 5. The 2 would be nicely here, but then I also have this and that with the 5. So I'm going to do that. So I'm taking a 5. And also, we only have 20 rolls, right? So taking smaller shapes is maybe, I don't know. Honestly, my first time playing this. How am I doing? So I'm going to mark in my 5 shape. So I don't know. I like to start very linear. You guys might have started right in the middle. It's all good. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. Okay, again, but people are coming in. I see viewers. They could be bots. If you're not a bot and you want to say hi, say hi. Next row. That was aggressive. We will just throw him in there. And now we have 8s and 7s. 8s and 7s. So we're going to look over there on the 8s and the 7s. I don't care for the 7 yet. The 8, I think, is perfect. I don't like this marker. Not for this. I'll be coloring for days. The 8, I think, goes perfect for here. It's like a C shape or a U shape, the way that I'm placing it, right? And the way that it's shown on the thing, on the screen, and on the board. If you got a board from me, you downloaded it, then yeah. And then I'm gonna put down that I'm doing the 8. So we are 1/4 of the way through this game. Okay, and we're gonna roll again. All right, so we got 5s. We got a 5. We got a 6, or we got a 9. Evaluate. 5, 6, or 9. I like the 6 to fit right there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the 6, and so I'm going to flip it. The 4, and then the 1 peeking out, 1 away from the end, and there's my 6. And a 6. Okay, there we go. I don't know, it's looking good. Alright, so there we go. So we've got 8 and 7. We got 8 and 7. You know what? I think I'm gonna take the 7. Well, no, the 8 is more dice, right? So I'm looking for other colors because they seem kind of blah. So I found the green. Nope, that's not the green I want. I'm a mess. This is what happens when you have like a ton of dry erase pencils, or markers rather, right at your side. It's like you have so many choices. Alright, I don't want the ultra fine. Those are for like, you know, if you're going to do a lot of detail in the drawing, maybe lines that you have to do. But when you want to fill in, I like these fine ones, so that way it fills in a lot. Yeah, you see my problem? You see my problem here? Look, it's never ending, especially when you have a ton of roll-and writes and you've laminated like every version possible. Alright, so how's everybody doing? If I wasn't playing by myself, we'd be looking at the chat and talking. And for the YouTubers, I'm apologizing because I want to make this a pleasurable experience, but I also want to have pleasure when I'm playing this. So I'm looking for markers that I can use. So now I have like a ton of colors, and I'm gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna take a green because it was looking a little too pinky, and I said that I was gonna take an 8, and I'm gonna put the other C over here. Now that's gonna limit what I can do over here, but that's okay. I don't know, do these things feel like they're wasting? I wouldn't think that the green would be that dark. So alright, we are filling in the 8. Now the only bad thing is that with the dry erase is you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In case you forgot to write a number down, you can count your pieces and kind of determine this. The numbers you place in here are not relevant. It's just me wanting to know which number I chose. Alright, we're gonna roll. We've got 5s, 7s, and 6s. 5, 7, and 6s. So this is perfect for the 6 that will dig right down there. The 5 also, but the 6 would afford me an extra space of coverage. So I'm going to do the 6. And I think I'm going to grab this light blue. So not that it matters. So it's going to be 4 up or long. And then this one. Now I'm like already feeling like gamer people would be like, yo, this is crazy easy. And maybe it is, but you know, this is for a light game. This is great. I think you can play with kids. And I think once we get up there, that's when it's gonna get tight. especially depending upon where you started. Like, I started in the corner, and my intention is like, I'm gonna somehow actually do Tetris, but my stuff could go horribly wrong pretty quick. I mean, I have some choice because I can pick any two, but you never know. Alright, so that was my choice. I did the 6. I'm gonna roll, and we're almost halfway through. So we have a 9 and a 10. 10 or 9. So let's see, what do we have? I like the big chunky one of the 10. I think I'm going to use that guy. I'm going to take the brown. Where do I want to put him, though? I think I'm going to stick him in the middle and just throw caution to the wind. So it's 4 and then 2 sticking out. So now that I've gotten more or less the ones that I have to color, I will fill them in and mark out the edges. Okay. Yeah, so this is really patchwork doodly to me, but it is also, I don't know. Is it also going to mess me up over there? Because I have more, well, you have choices. You have limited choices in patchwork doodle. That's another game. I'm talking a little bit of cabaya. All right. So we've got 6s and 5s. 6s and 5s. So what do I want to do? I think I'm going to do the 6. I think covering more space is more valuable than... so the 6 is going to go here. Okay. And I'm going to stick the piece out here for the 6. Okay, so 6. So we are halfway through the board. So now I can look at this and I can say, halfway through the board, I've covered almost 5 rows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the choices that I've made. I have another bunch of pieces to fill in. And so I may wind up not being able to fit something and not have good choices. So maybe that's where the rub is going to come in. But let's throw it again. So we've got 10s and 6s. I think I made it a different tray. No, like I feel like I'm going to be getting these big numbers. 10s and 6s. So 10 is again that guy. 6, yeah. I'm going to do the 10. I'm going to do the 10 and I'm going to do it over here. And I gotta start rolling some smaller numbers, I think, soon. You know? Because I believe the other thing from the rule is that if you fill up your grid, then you are gonna be... I think you might trigger the end, and I'm not sure. If you're playing with other people. So, I did a 10 there. Maybe I should look at that again. While you guys think about it. Where is it? Hey, what's up? Laura, how you doing? I haven't streamed in forever, so I just got it in my bonnet to just jump on, and I did some testing, I changed some stuff around, and I started to just play this game, and now I'm like, is this gonna really give me a challenge? But I am doing this for to transfer to YouTube, so that white space, the chat will come up, and just trying some different things. You know, I've been trying to hit my YouTube up hard. You've been seeing the videos that I've been posting, and thought I would just, you know, see how this one goes. What did you guys just finish up? You guys are still streaming, or you just you're done? I know I've been, girl, Amy knows, you know, with things that happen, life, right? And personal things that happen, and it's just like the world just feels like it's kicking you, and then you feel guilty for wanting to do anything that is creative or fun. And I just needed some time to kind of get over that and get back into the, like, you know what? I want to do things for me. I miss having conversations, and, you know, gotta get it going. So let me check on this rule. So I don't know if you've seen this game before, Blackout, and it's very patchwork doodle, but you have a different way of choosing them, and I forgot to check The game will end once the 20th box has been marked off. It doesn't say anything about triggering the end of game, so I'm good. So I need to roll, and I gotta start rolling. It doesn't even say that. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lose points for having extra rolls not used if I fill the whole board in. It seems okay. So basically, was talking to myself and explaining things to YouTube because this is my first YouTube Twitch to YouTube video. And so you have this board, and I have a player sheet that looks like this that I give out, and the player sheet can let you play 3 times at once or 3 times with a streamer, because I think it could go relatively fast. But these are your choices based on the number that you pick, and then you place them on the board to try to fill the entire board. When you fill the entire board, the number of white spaces is your score. The lower, the better. And at halfway point, I had more than half filled. So I'm like, maybe when it starts getting tight, it might be interesting. So I'm still weighing it out. The game has several different layers or boards where they have different configurations of the shapes that you see up here. So I put this picture so that I would be able to play bigger and people could see my board. So right now, we throw 3 die, and you get to pick 2. So you can pick a 6, you can pick an 8, or you can pick a 4. And you have to make 1 pairing, add it up, and that's the shape that you would draw. Yeah, God. Yeah. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this spot is freaking me out over here. So I have an 8. Which I could cap off with the 8. 4 is just a line. I think, well, I don't want to take too big of a shapes, but then if I take smaller shapes now, maybe I might run out. I don't know. I'm gonna take the 8 only because I want to cap off that little guy up here. So we can flip and rotate the shapes, just like patchwork doodles. So I'm gonna take this C-ish shape and make it more like, or the U shape and make it look more like an N, I guess. And then you're supposed to just track over here what you did. I put the number just for my own, like, oh, I put an 8 that time. And so we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It will end. I guess if I fill it completely before then, I'm good. But it doesn't trigger the ending for anybody else. So we've got an 8, a 10, or a 6. 8, a 10, or a 6. Oh, the 10. I like the 10 that fits right there. I've been using that 10 shape quite a bit. Let's do orange. So this is gonna go here. It's a 10 next to a 10, and there we go. So this is gonna be a 10. You know? Well, I don't know. I have to check my email. I feel like it was somewhere on like a Kickstarter-y kind of place. I don't know if it might have been on Kickstarter, honestly. And when I saw like a little clip, like somebody referenced it, the pledge thing was over, and then I reached out to the designer and I said, hey, is this going to be available like outside of Kickstarter? And he said once they did fulfillments, then he'll let me know. And he hit me up, and it was a couple of bucks, and I, you know, paid him however, I forgot what it was. And yeah, he sent me the file. So it's print and play, but it is, you know, it's not a freebie necessarily. So, but like I said, I love polynomials. I like puzzling. So yeah, I go right to them. I was organizing my game bag, actually. That was another thing that I was doing today. So, see? 6, 9, or 7. So let's see. 6, 9, or 7. I kind of want to do the 7 just to be dangerous, but 6, 9, or 7. 6, 9. I haven't used 9 yet. I think I'm going to use the 9 just because. Why not? Where am I going? I'm like playing like it matters, like the colors matter. Yeah, I'll try to find the email so that way I could send you, because you know, we were having the dilemma in terms of like, I don't know, maybe, well, I already made the decision. I'm not gonna do that backtracking thing. I put pencil to paper or marker to laminate, and now I'm like, oh crap, I made this hole. So this is a 9. Yeah, like I was having a conversation with somebody in reference to, you know, we all stream, right? We visit each other's streams, and then we see games that are easily, we share, you know, boards and stuff like that. And I didn't, you know, I bought this one, right? And I'm sharing with everybody to play. You could easily, you know, write down directions because it's not that hard of a game to play. But I don't know, I feel bad. Like, if it's, you know, a couple bucks, I'll send you the information. You guys do what you want. That's the player sheet, so if you want to grab and look at it, but there are some issues. I forgot a couple of things to write on there about having to place them next to a previous shape. You can't just like put one there, put one there, put one wherever. You know, I think the flipping and the mirroring, I forgot to write in there. I am going to redo it. So that what I sent you is this. It has the basic rules and the shape, but I missed a couple things. So I have to fix that. But if you want to take a look at it for now, you're more than welcome to download that. Oh crap. 6, 9, and 7. 6, 9, and 7. I need something now because I feel so worried about this. 6, 9, and 7. And none of those help me not be worried. Yep. See, this is it. this is where I'm gonna get in trouble. 6, 9, and 7. Oh my goodness, 6, 9, and 7. Okay, this is the problem. 6 is the smallest. I need to just do this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this. So now so this is where I'm gonna start getting my zeros or my X's. So I did a 6. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rolls, and we'll see what kind of a score I get, and then we'll be good. So we got another 9 or 6. 9 does not help me. Does it? Oh yeah, 9. Well, 9 does, but then I need a 2. Ugh. If I do the 9, you know what? Serves me right. I was talking so much smack before, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna mess up. This game looks too simple. Maybe it wasn't worth it, even if it was only a couple dollars and it looked like fun. And now I'm like, I'm gonna have a bunch of gaps. So, no bueno. Yeah, no bueno. All right, so this was a 9. I'm gonna put that over there. Okay. So I need a 2, which I haven't seen a 2 yet. Come on, 2. No, okay, no bueno. A 3. I'm being a mess. What? Now look, I know, like I'm stressing, like. So I got a 5. A 5 is gonna mess me up. I got a 3 is gonna mess me up in the same way, and then I didn't get a 2. 5 and a 4. Where's the 4? The 4 can't even fit. So do I do the 5 here? It's still gonna be $4. It's still gonna be 4. So I'm gonna do this one, and just because I don't have any black on here, I'm gonna take the 3, and I'm gonna probably roll a bunch of X's and leave a bunch of, you know. So there's no way to get this. So this is a boohoo, and this is a boohoo, and I took a 3 here. So I got 3 rolls to get a 2, or else my score is a 4. Did not get a 2. Want X. Oh crap. Because the 2 has to be 2 1s, because, you know, you have to select 2 dice. The last one for me talking caca. I almost thought it was going to happen. Alright. Can't. So I have... So my score is a 4. And if I was playing against chat, we'd compare. So if you're playing with me on YouTube, did you do better? Leave a comment below. Girl, I'm trying to just do these videos and be able to do it, no editing, no heavy craziness, and just like send it off to YouTube land. So close, so close. Yeah, I didn't get any real small ones. That was the first time I got a 3. Like, everything has been upwards of 4. So I'm not a good snake eyes kind of roller, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, this is the game. And I think I'm gonna, let's see, I gotta like sign off and say thank you so much for visiting me. I know you're not playing. But I'm gonna, let's see, how long does this take me? Oh, 38 minutes. That's not bad. So I guess if I was running a full session for the day of like having a lot of chat, unless, you know, you want to play, I'll erase that and we can play again. Cause, I'm you know, like I said, I was just like, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, you know, so, yeah, you're I'm just so silly. And I'm tired. I didn't do my makeup. I said I was gonna start doing my makeup. I'm playing all kinds of makeup. We have the stream coming on Saturday with Amy and Runa, and I have no idea what I'm doing at all. It's practically Wednesday, and I just needed to get back into like being on camera, I guess, because of that. So, yep. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's hard to find a time. Like, I was so dedicated to certain streamers, and then you meet new people, and then they're like in the same time frame, and it's like, how do you split your your attention? It gets so hard. And then it's like, well, I'm gonna stream at 10 o'clock at night, and nobody will come because everybody's asleep, or asleep because it's kind of like, what is it, 6 o'clock in the morning now over in Europe for some places, and it's like, what, 11 on the East Coast? We should be in bed. We should be in bed. Alright, so Laura, I'm gonna thank you for the quick chat, because I am gonna sign off. I do have a few other things to take care of. I want to talk to the YouTube people. This is my first video, and I don't know if I'm gonna be acknowledging them every single time. That's very interesting, but this is the first one, you know. I know, I'm picking a time, right? So the theme is not, it's I'll tell you, it's Calico, the game, but I don't have the game. I don't like cats, but I like those type of games. I just don't know what to do. So Amy tried to give me a few ideas. She has a few ideas for her stuff. We're very different crafters, all three of us. Will Cook, Saint, is like very much a creative person, but not in the same crafty sense, you know, like she does her chocolate art, and so she's good at, you know, watching the chat and like torturing us. So we're gonna have a good afternoon. I just need to figure something out. But with that said, we will be on that channel, which I'm gonna throw it in the chat because I'm gonna post this. Check this out. I forgot that's how I did that. Yes, so any YouTubers who watched through this whole thing, thank you for listening to the chat. You'll see me if you check out that link to that website or that channel on Saturday. I collab. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thank you, Laura, for being here, and we will want it but can't find it. Out of print. Yes, Calico. See how distracted you can get being alive, but then you're trying to make a video that will smoothly transition into YouTube. It's like, I don't think it's Amy being ADD. I think the environment makes you ADD. But thank you so much for coming, and I will see you. You know what? I might just pop on again sometime tomorrow. But let me go. Thank you again. I'll get you that information. You guys on YouTube, if you watch this far, God bless you. Subscribe. Click the like button. Tell me your thoughts. What did you score? Have a good day. Remember, not crafting, board gaming. I have too many hobbies. Board gaming is not a spectator sport, so make sure that you grab those dice and play. Until next time, take it easy. Bye.